The game feels the need to tell me that it's a work of fiction. No shit, Sherlock. Konami, taking one sin away because the Fox engine is so damn good looking. Quote at the beginning that totally foreshadows the entire story cliche.
We passed up on the stair. We spoke of was and when.
David Bowie, remove a sin. I'm gonna give the game 100 sins off the top because of how many times Kojima puts his name in the game. It's literally after each mission. I love you, Kojima, but it's annoying.
How do you feel?
Like I want to get this game started. No! That's my beaten off hand!
I'll get that.
Oh, come on. That lady was only doing her job. Snake is kind of a dick for not at least mentioning to the doctor that there was an assassin behind him. She's on fire, but everything is completely intact. Game logic.
That's a fifth floor problem.
Not in my house.
Here.
I'm alive!
What the hell is that?
Nope. Dead. They should be dead. I don't know if you can tell, but this scene was directed by J.J. Abrams. This guy was almost completely on fire and his robe is still intact. These special ops guys purposefully blocked their own sight with a smoke grenade. Cool.
Time to walk. Press the stance button to stand up.
Did he just say press the stance button? Does he know he's in a video game? Removing 5 sins. This entire mission is so well done. I personally felt claustrophobic during the entire thing.
Know how to shoot a gun? Hold down the aim button to aim. Then press the attack button to fire. Destroy it.
So, he does know he's in a game? I guess his team of soldiers don't know how to communicate over comms. HQ. There's a supernatural flame guy here. He probably has 30 of our men KIA. Please advise. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the fuck out of here. Dead. Should be dead. Just in the nick of time cliche. All those bullets and the ambulance is relatively untouched. Cool. I choose you, Flame Whale. Use bite. It's super effective. I don't even know what to make of this anymore. A fiery flying unicorn. What was Kojima smoking when he wrote this, and how do I get some? Let's be real. Unless you're a sociopath, it always hurts to watch an animal get hurt. Oh, never mind. That horse is a boss. Remove a sin. Let's be real, the soundtrack is incredible and something that's sure to get stuck in your head. Each mission is treated like an episode of a TV series. That means anyone involved in the mission gets a credit before the mission starts. Did Ocelot's glasses just get a shout out? Look at that scenery, it's fantastic. Remove a sin. More eyewear shoutouts. One truly great thing about this game is how your gameplay affects the world. You want to be stealthy? You can do that. You want to ramble the fuck out of some folks? Let's go. What year is it? I thought it was the 80s. That thing looks like my iPhone in an OtterBox. Only my problem is my phone is only good for like texting and porn. That thing scans documents faster than a fax machine. All the resources help build your base and such. That's great and all, but the real issue I have here is how do they get processed so fast? Shouldn't Big Boss be carrying these items until he gets back to base? Cassette tapes. Kaz's leg ghosts through the horse. When will this issue be solved in video games?
There's a gas covering the LZ. We can't land.
A gas? You mean fog? High-tech zombie ninja assassins. Yeah, that'll be dope. The fire in this game does absolutely nothing to anyone. I imagine I wouldn't be able to roast a marshmallow in it.
Boss. I'm gonna make him give back our past.
Do you think he'll give back your arm and foot too, or too soon?
I don't know how long it'll take, but I'll make it bigger. Better than before.
You mean we'll make it bigger and better. Let's not forget that Big Boss does all the heavy lifting, Kaz. You prick.
I'm already a demon. Heaven's not my kind of place anyway.
I'm removing a sin because that line was beast. How does anything, especially that puppy, survive getting extracted this way? This guy must be deaf if he didn't hear his comrade just scream at the top of his lungs as he was shot into the sky at like 100 miles an hour. These sandstorms are cool the first few times, and then get really annoying. Aww, so cute. He's even blind in one eye like Big Boss. When your face looks like a dumpster fire, you either own it or you completely hide it. What's up with the domino mask? Is he the Lone Ranger now?
What the hell was that thing? It was huge.
That's what she said. No? Bad joke. Okay, I'll send myself.
Halt! You see that? Now that's discipline. Following orders like a real diamond dog.
You mean slave, not diamond dog.
Soon you'll be... Hey, no, stay! Stay!
One sin for Ocelot's terrible dog training. The AI in this game have tunnel vision. We're basically right in front of him. The everyone in slow motion except me cliché. Unnecessary slow-mo.
Sniper, where?
Okay, realistically speaking, there's no way anyone can spot a sniper at that distance that easily. Unnecessary sexualization of women. Not that I'm trying to complain, but it's an issue in games.
It's an LGM! Hold on!
Gets told to hold on, opens door instead. The amount of skill here is too damn high! But also kinda cool, so I'll take that back. If you've played the game, then you know this works out. But as a soldier, I don't think I would ever trust her. She tried to kill you, Snake. She then escapes and reappears to take down a fighter jet, then just gives in? Nah, fuck that. If she's trying to give herself up, this whole sequence was counterproductive.
Right. Take her away. What are you waiting for? Move!
Does she know where the holding cells are? I know we mentioned it before, but at this point the credits feel a bit pretentious, as if each mission is a cinematic masterpiece. In truth, while fun, many of the missions feel the same, and all the environments feel the same, making the intro credits stick out like a sore thumb. We went from eyewear shoutout to shouting out generic enemy combatants. Brilliant camera work like this really does give the cutscenes a movie-like feel. The fact that there's camera shake as if a cameraman were walking up the stairs is a small touch that goes a long way. Remove a sin. Grown man peed his pants? You just gotta throw a sin in for that. I know Snake is the stealth god and all, but come on. How did no one see him standing behind the pillar? He has half his body sticking out, and the car lights are directly on him. I just can't get over the eye droid when we just did a whole mission trying to find a cassette tape. That's the equivalent of arriving at the names Luke and Leia in a universe filled with names like Anakin and Qui-Gon Jinn. Shit just don't add up.
On my mind since you encountered the skulls during the honeybee mission.
For someone trying to be as stealthy as possible, Venom sure does make a ridiculous amount of noise while he's running. The fact that he can posture his artificial legs to be a chair is actually the coolest thing about Dr. Emmerich. Standing on a walker gear just seems extremely impractical. You'd have to have hamstrings of steel to stay on one of those for an extended period of time. Speaking of impractical, why wouldn't there be a steel canopy around the driver? I mean, wouldn't this be the easiest headshot in history of headshots if you just saw a random soldier prancing around at 10 miles an hour? Dramatic hand gestures are dramatic. Metal Gear sounds like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. If you can take the Metal Gear down with a chopper's minigun, it really makes it a worthless machine for warfare. Might as well throw Emmerich out of the chopper now. He's officially worthless.
You destroyed the separator tank. Objectives complete. Though security will be tighter after that explosion.
Security will be tighter after that explosion. You think?
Maximum strength. Maximum speed. Maximum armor.
Yes, a brand new cardboard box in the middle of mountainous desert is completely inconspicuous.
She, refuses to wear clothes. The last staff member who tried to dress her, breathing through tubes.
Wait, a staff member was trying to put more clothes on her? Why weren't they fired on the spot?
She never speaks, sweats, or breathes.
What?
Well, not with lungs, at least. She breathes through her skin. Clothing would suffocate her.
If the clothes keep her from breathing, why not just be all the way naked? And if she insists on wearing some clothes, why wear her thong all sexily like that? There's no practical function or comfort to her outfit. It's all eye candy. With that being said, Quiet is rather attractive. Yeah. Oh, are we still doing this video? Removing 20 cents?
Which is more than I can say for the others.
There's nothing damn fine about this thing.
I respectfully disagree, good sir.
Let's go, you fine.
Clouds approaching.
That scream sounded like he fell into a 5,000-foot abyss when he only fell 10 feet.
Their lives for a fistful of diamonds, huh? And what happens after that? They can't go home. They've only got two options. Heaven or hell.
No, there's another.
Utter heaven. Tape's rolling, boss.
How about it, Cause?
Did anyone really believe Snake murdered these children in cold blood? What do you see, boss? Why are you aiming over there? Oh, nothing. Just admiring the view.
Never like kids. Especially ones with guns. They'll have their own quarters, separate from ours. Won't be counted as staff.
So what, we're running a daycare now?
They'll learn how to read and write. Do basic jobs.
Hard ass with a heart of gold cliche.
Chance at a real life. Just not from behind a gun.
Being behind a gun's what we do, boss. There's no room for angels in our heaven.
Minus 1 sin for that amazing line.
Tech like this is popping up all among the PFs. Best way to deal with them is to fight fire with fire.
Fight fire with fire cliche. Man, I was not ready for that.
The boy back here, bun.
Well, Snake, if you want him to be quiet, why not just, cover his mouth? Oh, cool. They brought back J.J. Abrams for another Man on Fire scene. Discount Human Torch. This scene is truly disturbing and horrifying. Kojima at his best.
Support helicopter requested.
Slow walking enemy cliche. It's funny that Boss instantly catches fire here, but when the man on fire was on top of him, he was unscathed. Man on fire looks like he's charging up and getting ready to fight Vegeta. The man on fire's weakness is water? Wow, I would have never imagined that. The iDroid is also a lighter? You just have to take a sin off for that, ladies and gentlemen. That's amazing.
So you're the so-called White Mamba.
Pig's head? Conch? Discount Lord of the Flies.
Something tells me that's not the name your parents gave you.
We said this already, but the game is full of these unnecessary slow-mos and sudden reveal sound effect, adding 20 sins here just to make it easier. I would add a sin for child abuse here, but honestly, I hate this White Mamba kid, so I'll just remove a sin instead.
They attack only those who speak a certain language, not just one. I cannot say which language your parasites are attuned to.
What if you speak common words that are used in English language but are originally from another language, like hamburger, or etc., or prairie, or bullshit? What? Oh, never mind, that's just an English word. Does it matter if you have an accent? What if I say, that bloke was really trying to fuck me in a pub? Does the parasite spread just the same? How do they train and evolve the parasites to only work for certain languages? This shit just doesn't make any sense. Flames have been grossly inconsistent. In one scene, Snake instantly catches flames at the sight of fire, while here he walks slowly past candles and they just dim for him. Said that they had to be careful because he's a brittle old man. Proceeds to toss him in the chopper like UPS tosses boxes that say fragile.
I hid the answer in a microbe this one carries. It turns the male parasites into females.
We all know what happens when scientists try to play God, right?
You're implying that a group composed entirely of female animals will breed?
No, I'm simply saying that life, finds a way.
But you and your men will also be rendered infertile.
Free birth control? You can sign me up.
It's them.
Unnecessary cliffhanger is unnecessary. Seriously, what is the point of doing this mid-game? It's not like we're going to wait 4 years to continue this story. We're literally going to continue in the next 5 seconds. Not only do they take you out of the moment with the to be continued, you then get kicked out back into Mother Base, forced to start the next mission, get a brief recap of what you just experienced, then hop back in to continue right where it's said to be continued. If the Code Talker survived that helicopter crash, I don't think they have to really worry about being delicate with him.
Hurry! They are coming!
They're coming, cliche.
They are coming.
Why is it inside out?
Zombies. One man, one mission. Kill these fucking zombies. Metal Gear Survive. I mean 5. Convenient Metal Gear Walker is convenient. I wonder if the walkers have keys or an ignition. People just get on and they magically work. I don't know about you guys, but if I had these magic teleportation powers, I wouldn't sit there and absorb 30 bullets. Removing a sin because the skulls are actually badass and their sudden attacks do create tense moments in combat. If the skull's objective was to kill the Code Talker, they could have just as easily stabbed him in the heart, or decapitated him while he lied there helplessly as Snake tries to hold off the entire onslaught. This is P-Quad, lightning round!
This is P-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is P-Quad. There's a gas covering the LZ. This is P-Quad. This is P-Quad. This is P-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. This is P-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is P-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is P-Quad. There's an obstruction at the LZ preventing me from landing. This is P-Quad. There's an obstruction at the LZ preventing me from landing. This is P-Quad. There's an obstruction at the LZ preventing me from landing. This is P-Quad. There's an obstruction at the LZ preventing me from landing. This is P-Quad. On station at LZ. This is P-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. This is P-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Now remove 10 sins because Pequod is the ride or die homie, and honestly, we simply don't deserve him.
Skullface's men then headed north. The target is OKB-0. That's where he'll activate Sahelanthropus. Unless we stop him, he'll go down in history a conquering victor. We can't let that happen.
We?
You hope hatred might someday replace the pain.
What the heck is going on? Feels like I just fell into an LSD trip.
Wouldn't you agree?
Skullface just said agree in the weirdest way possible. The entire sequence is amazing. As a player, you go up the stairs expecting a significant boss fight, and then everything gets flipped on its head. Now there is genuine tension about what will happen next. There is something so poetic, beautiful, and terrifying about this image. Sitting straight across from your enemy and not moving or saying a word. A subtle moment that is infinitely memorable. Soldier falls asleep.
It is no nation we inhabit, but a language. Make no mistake, our native tongue is our true fatherland.
Damn, Skullface. Just trying to get all these sins removed. Skullface has been on an unbroken 5-minute monologue. No wonder he wants to kill everyone else with the vocal cord parasite. Dude does all the talking.
People will suffer, of course. A phantom pain.
Roll credits.
The world will need a new common tongue. A language of nukes. My metal gears shall be the thread by which all countries are bound together in equality.
Villain thinks he's really saving the world cliche. Skullface almost convinced me he really did. But the problem with the idea is that nukes in the hands of so many countries, small groups, and even individuals will most likely lead to, I don't know, the complete annihilation of the human race? Sure, some will use them as deterrents, but there's bound to be some psychotic asshole that will trigger a thermonuclear destruction on the Earth. There won't be anyone left to liberate when it's all said and done. Villain explaining his evil plan to the hero cliche. Shoot the damn gun!
Who is doing this? Such a lust for revenge? Who?
How is Skullface surprised by this? He just gave an hour-long speech on revenge. Now they decide to shoot Snake when he's conveniently behind cover. Next time on Jurassic Park 5. 2 sins here. One for the T-Rex and another for the fucking to be continued.
All units, move in!
Haha, yeah right, Skullface. What do you expect these tiny little guns to do against that? If I'm them, I'm disobeying that order, peeing my pants, and running away promptly. Amazing action scene is amazing! I feel like something of that size and weight jumping would create a much bigger quake than that. Miraculously not getting hit by the bullets cliche.
I'm burning up!
Anticlimactic death is anticlimactic. Then again, it's only right that Skullface dies at the hands of the very thing he planned to unleash on the world. Truly epic boss battle. It's one of the best in the series. This scene is incredible. The anger, the rage, the duality of it all. Metal Gear and Kojima at their best. I'm not gonna say anything. Just remove 10 fucking sins. The jacket is so meta right now, I can't take it.
Hit the alarm!
You go down there, and it is over.
Haven't they seen Quiet do enough crazy stuff yet to not worry about her jumping inside a chlorine disinfectant?
His life isn't yours to take.
Enough. That's enough. If she wanted to kill the boss, he'd already be dead. Same goes for us.
Did they really have to torture her to arrive to this obvious conclusion? Why not kill Snake and Diamond Dogs right here? Seriously, just reach out the Sahelanthropus arm and blow them into oblivion.
Please.
Guilty!
All counts.
Kill him!
I'm all good for old-fashioned burning at the stake. This seems funny that they're holding some sort of fair tribunal when Kaz just yells guilty and that's it. That's the verdict.
I'm innocent! You're the murderers! Snake! You should be in this boat! There'd have been no inspection if it weren't for your precious nuke!
Dude, shut up. He literally just saved your life. Mission 43 is incredible. It's heart-wrenching having to kill everyone on our base, people we have personally recruited through the entire game. It really feels like Big Boss's final turn to the dark side.
What? What? You're not really Snake?
This might be one of the most ridiculous twists in any game ever. Somehow, through hypnotherapy, Zero is able to transfer his memories and skills to this random medic. I mean, if we can do that, why not just hypnotherapy a bunch of super soldiers out of one elite soldier? Let's not forget that the random medic we're playing as also has the same size and build as the real Big Boss. Worse yet, this game was advertised as the game that would explain Big Boss's turn to the bad guy. But this final twist just cheapens everything we did in the game. I can't help but feel it makes the game feel incomplete. The game was supposed to wrap up the Metal Gear franchise and tie together loose ends from the scattered timeline, and it only left us with more questions. Chapter 2 is nowhere near as good as Chapter 1. Out of the 19 required missions, only 7 are new. The rest are missions you already did in Chapter 1 at a higher difficulty. Feels as though the game is incomplete and Chapter 2 was patched together to meet the release deadline. Mission 51 is an extra mission cut from the game that continued the Eli story thread where Snake pursues him, the child African soldiers, and Psycho Mantis. Who knows what else was cut from the game.
My name is Optimus Prime. We are autonomous robotic organisms.
Damn! He ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3.
And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Everyone from the place, come on with the rain, I've a smile.
Hello people of the interwebs, I'm your host Kevin Martin and thank you for watching this video. Please make sure you watch part 1 and part 2 if you haven't already, or if you prefer, we will be posting all of this as one video. Thank you for watching and we'll see you soon.